Shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught me this truth. And peace to many Akim as they like daily pushing this truth for the city and a few aquas that's learning. Shalom. Once again, my name is Ina, G.U.S. Detroit Podcast. Pray this video is edifying to the hopeful that to the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners scattered abroad the 400 whole world. And this video is on the M1CR0CH1P1NG, which is the RFID microchip, which is RF as near field ID, and this article right here from Telegraph UK put microchips in prisoners to track them. Tech bosses told minister. Other ideals presented to Lord Dempsey, including robot guards and predicting criminality with AI. And this is where they want to go. Matter of fact, they got this other thing where they want to have you serve your apprentice sentence. Virtual reality. Here, go right here. If prisoners undergo decades worth of imprisonment in virtual reality, but only spent weeks in jail, and it's all this is part of the the Internet of Things, the new swine. Elder Apostle Tahar calls it, and it's coming. This right here, a lot of people that's in prison can get out because if they agree to have that microchip put in their brain, and they call it altering their mind to make them serve 30 years in prison in a matter of weeks. But this one right here is talking about putting them chips in them so they could track them, so they could follow them. This is microchips from the same article from the Telegraph UK. Other ideals presented to Lord Dempsey included robot guards and predicting criminality with AI. Microchips could be inserted under the defender's skin to track their movements, tech firms told the prison minister. The proposal for about a subcutaneous tracking was put forward by tech boss as a way of monitoring behavior and health of offenders 24/7 in real time. It was part of a discussion last summer between Lord Dempsey and the prisoner minister and some of the world business tech firms on what technology enabled justice system could look like in 2050. Other suggested initiatives revealed by the Inside Time, the prison newspaper wore self-driving vehicles to transport prisoners, AI predicting AI to predict the risks posed by individuals and robots to contain inmates in jail. Firm presents, including Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Palantir, IBM, and Serco, which run private prisons in the UK, and they also run private prisons in the United States, with the event hosted by Tech UK. The industry lobby group, Lord Dempson, told the meeting, once in a generation reform is the only way we can truly deal with the scale of the crisis. Cut crime, speed up justice. He added, I want technology to play a integral role in tracking these problems, making our streets safer. And he told the tech boss that the meeting was just the start of a new conversation between you and us and you. The Minister of Justice source said it was a roundtable brainstorming event, a think tank, looking at the traditional proposals on ways to improve the criminal justice system, but was not official policy. The source added that it was too early to comment on the development of any other ideals. And technology-enabled justice minutes released under from Freedom and Information laws showed tech bosses were asked, what could digital data and technology enable justice system will look like in 2050? One proposal involved how real-time behavior monitoring and subcutaneous under the skin tracking could support health and behavior management. And they got right here, Minority Report, policing to catch criminals before they strike. And damn, they put it in the fucking movies. You know, that's pretty much what precog was in the Minority Report. It's about stopping people before they commit a crime. And what was the end of that precog thing? The whoever they called the precogs, they was wrong. You know, they was giving people locked up for life, and they ain't even did the crime. You know, probably would have never did the crime. But when the precog said that, hey, he's gonna kill such and such at this time or whatever, they just took it on the premonition of them was it two sisters, twin sisters, you know, of the movie. And this technology is what's going to fulfill the M.O.T.B. in Revelation 13 chapter, because what device could be under your hand, in your hand, or in your forehead that you could buy, sell, or save? You know, that's the M.O.T.B. It ain't white women, it ain't Christianity. It's the M.O.T.B. It's the Charagma. You know? And anybody tell you this something otherwise, start looking at them different, strange. Stop following them motherfuckers. You know? Because they don't care about you. If they cared about you, they would tell you exactly what it is. They won't beat around the bush or play games with the truth. Hey, they will tell you that, hey, it's the RFID microchip. You know, and they won't change just because, hey, somebody tried to get them to change, you know, for filthy lucre or anything like that. You know, Scripture says the true worshipper of the Lord will seek him in sincerity and truth, not on bullshit and lies. You know, you shouldn't be in the age of information right now. You shouldn't be entertained by lies. You know, go by what the lies is, and you got a pocket computer right in your hand. You know, stop being stupid. You know, and hey, just because you made a ignorant decision, hey, it's better to know what's going to happen if you take it and what you can't do what happened if you don't take it. You know, because if you don't take it, it's a good chance, you might be saved, you might be delivered. But but it's still more stuff that you got to do, especially if you are the men of the flock. You know, you just can't be sitting on your ass and waiting for your house shy and don't open the scriptures up. Don't learn this thing. Don't try to teach. Don't try to wake up people. Hey, you're wasting your time. You should have just stayed your ass in the world. You know? Because Yahushua said, no man putting hand to the plow, looking back is fit for the kingdom. So, once you put your hand on the plow, you can't keep plowing. You know, you can't stop whatsoever happen. Back to the article. Laborers, criminal justice reform proposed significant increase in tagging as alternative to prisons with criminals freed as a little as a third of the way through their sentences. So, if you get the RFID microchip tag in you, we'll shave off 1/3 of your jail time. Combined with presumption that offenders facing less than a year sentence should be spared jail. GPS tags currently enable probation and police to track offenders 24/7 and allow officials to locate criminals at scenes of crimes by cross-referencing their movements with timing of the offense, such as burglary. They are also used to reinforce exclusion zones where offenders are barred from approaching their victims. Recent legislation used the technology to create zones which known offenders are not allowed to leave. It's like what they had, the electronic fence, the electric fence for your dog. You put a zapper on the back of his neck, and he moved past the boundary that you set, and he gets zapped, and keep getting zapped until he goes back into the area he's supposed to be in. Man, hey, these devils want to play God. You know, they want to track you, and that's all that the M.O.T.B is. It's a tracking system. It's a device, and it can track your spending, track your movements. And they trying to say they could track your mind. They could read your mind and know when you about to commit a crime before you commit it. That, man, this is this book I got. On these things. But this one right here is Klaus Schwab. Uh, 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 um, uh, 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 um, uh, uh, um, uh, uh, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and it goes into these things, the Internet of Things being connected to everything. You know, not only for technology, but also in your brain. Matter of fact, here go one on neurotechnologies. It's on page 170. Uh, 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 um, uh, um, it goes into how they want to use it for let me just read it. The tipping point: the first humans with fully artificial memory implanted into the brain. There is not one area of our personal or professional life that cannot benefit from better understanding of how our brain functions at both the individual and collective levels. This understood by the fact over past few years, two of the most funded research programs in the world are brain science. The Human Brain Project, a hundred a 1 billion pounds project over 10 years, funded by European Commission, President Obama, brain research through advanced, innovative neural technologies, brain initiative. Through these programs are primarily focused on scientific medical research. We are also witnessing rapid growth and influence of neurotechnologies in non-medical aspects of our lives. Neurotechnology consists of monitoring the brain activity and looking how the brain changes and interfaces with the world. For example, the probability of affordability of neural headsets, which already costs less than a gaming console. You know, and man, this right here, this thing right here, see what they do. You know, I used to have seizures, and what they do is they put this cardiocystogram thing on your head, and they take a test with it, and it reads the brain patterns in your brain. Oh, EEG. And that's it. This is the device they put on your head, and they use that to read your brain. Read the brain waves in your brain. And they got it mapped out because of these tests. You know, this is how you know if you had, what Esau say, how they know you have epilepsy or not. You have seizures. You know, it's called a electroencephalogram. And this is what they use. They're using this technology for Elon Musk Neuralink brain microchip implant. You know, but enough of this. You know, let's get some Bible prep. Let's get scriptures on the M.O.T.B. and close this thing up in a nutshell. Because if you take it Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to want to fuck you up. There's nothing in the scriptures say that you can remove it and you be good. There's nothing in the scriptures, you know, that you can push it out and you good with the Most High. No, it don't work that way. Once you take it, that's your ass. You know, according to the scriptures, it ain't gonna be good for you if you took it. You know, now I'm gonna get them scriptures. You know, this is Revelations 13 and 16. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that mark goes into charagma. You know, Elder Apostles tells us get the meaning of words as charagma. And to get a better understanding of the scriptures, we go into the Hebrew for the Old Testament, Greek for the New. And we look up these root words, you know. But right here, Strong's definition for the charagma is Strong's G 5480. A scratching and etching, i.e. a stamp as a badge of servitude. God, because once you take this thing, hey, you're a slave to the system. Aaron Russo, before he died, he had an interview with Alex Jones talking about the RFID micro chip, you know, and it's about the size of a grain of rice, and that's what they want to insert into your hand or in your the neurotech device. It's about the size of a coin. They want to put that in your head, and Elon Musk called it a Fitbit for your brain. You know, we just had 2 weeks ago a Jake go online. You know, talking about he had the micro C hip implanted in his head. I believe that he got it. You know, this ain't his first time saying that. He said that a few months back. You know, I believe he got it, and he's gonna get jacked up. You know, according to Bible prophecy, you take it, you win a reward. And I'm going to get the reward that you're going to receive. You're going to receive the wrath of the Most High. And when you goes into the root word of charagma, it goes into Strong's 5482, the karax. And pale, a stake, a palisade. And also, it's kind of like a syringe, you know, carazzo, sharpened to a point. You know how the syringe is sharpened to a point, and it sticks you, and they use it to either draw blood or stick you with put some medicine in you, or IV in you. You know, if you dehydrate or whatnot. You know. And when we go into the root word of that, it goes into graphel. And when we go to the outline biblical uses, that's Strong's G 1125 graphel. You go to Strong's definition, and you go to two Roman capital 2, section B, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, to write down, record. And that thing is going to have all your personal information in it. It's going to have your sex type. It's going to have your age. It's going to have your blood type. It's going to have your next of kin. All that information in there. It's going to have your banking information. If you have health insurance, that information is going to be in it. You know. All that information is going to be in them in that micro C here. You know, that's why they building this data center, because as soon as they scan it, that information going to the data center, and the data center going to let it know who you are. That's your digital ID. It's going to let you know who you are, what medical coverage you have, and and or what money you have in your banking account. It's gonna let you know everything. It's gonna let them know everything. This is what the devil wants. He wants to be like he is the Most High, that he know everything about you. They want to do that precog thing to know before you do. Hold on. Precog. COG. Precognition. The purported physical ability to gain knowledge of or sense a future event before they happen. And this is Esau left hand magic trying to act like he could predict the future, what's about to happen before it happened. Well, we don't need none of that. We have the scriptures to say what's going to happen and it come to pass. Events before they happen without relying on logical deduction, reasoning, or prior sensory clues, often classified as a type of extraterrestrial perception, ESP, and Esau think he could predict the future now with this technology. No, he's just deceiving himself. The Most High is deceiving him with that shit. He gave him the technology for he can make what he wants to do come to pass. Back to the scriptures. Back to Revelation 13 and 16. In their right hand or in their foreheads, and it don't matter if you get in your right hand, your left hand, or your ass cheek, or between the pinky finger and the other finger. It don't matter. All you gotta do is willingly receive this thing. You receive this thing, your ass is out. They have scriptures of the elect men, Revelation 20 and 4. Well, they was beheaded because they didn't want to take that thing. It's better you lose your life for not taking it than you to take it and the Most High destroy you because you took it. That no man might buy or sell or save he that had the charagma or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of beasts, for is the number of a man. His number is 603 and this right here, you can't take it. If you take it, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to fuck you up. This is advanced warning what not to do. And when you go into that 603 it goes into a word that gives another understanding of what this thing is. And it goes to Chi stigma, Strong's G, 5516, and that stigma is what we want to key in on. We want to key on that word, stigma. And that brings us to Revelations 16th chapter. No, Galatians. Come on, Galatians 6 and 17. Come on. Where's Galatians at? Oh, there you go. 6 and 17. Slakia. From henceforth let no man trouble me, for I bear in my body the marks of the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. And you take this thing, and it goes into the word marks. This is the word that we want to key in on, marks. And man, no, that ain't it. Stigma. Strong's G 4742, and it goes into outline biblical uses. A mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Orientals, uses slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked or cut into their bodies to indicate what master or what general they belonged to. There was even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with tokens to their gods. So if you take this thing, the tech boss wants to micro C hip you like you cattle, you know. And that's exactly what they want to do to you. And that's the RFID micro C hip animal air tagger. That's the Corox, the device they're going to use to put it in you. And they did this with animals first. Dogs, you know, now with cows. And people are getting this thing right now, surgically implanted into their bodies. Right here, person got it in both hands. So it don't matter if you get in your right hand or your left hand. He's inserting it in there with that device. If you get it, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to fuck you up. You can't push it out and think you're going to receive mercy. It ain't happening. It's not happening at all. Well, you take this thing, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to fuck you up. And let's get into those scriptures on what you win for receiving this thing. Talking about you want to get back to normalcy. Just like when the DVOC 9-1 went down, a lot of people took that that clot shot and just so they could get back to normalcy, you know. And right now, they having trials right now with former CEO of Pfizer and Bill Gates in the courts right now. But the media ain't covering that because the media don't. Hey, if the media covered that, that means they was pushing nothing but lies to you. But a lot of you jakes love to hear the lies. You know, y'all want to hear the truth. You know, y'all love the sweet little lies. You know, you know, y'all want to hear the smooth things, not the truth. You know, speak to us smooth things. You know, that's the reason why a lot of you jakes are going to die. Because hey, when the Most High return, hey, you're going to receive that wrath. This is Revelations 14, verse 9. And at the top, doom for the worshippers of the beast. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which pour without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. And God is just tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the Lamb and the holy angels. That's that thermonuclear destruction. You take this thing, you guaranteed a ticket for one of those nukes. You know, you're going to die because, hey, you're not going to receive mercy from the Most High for willing to receive that thing. No. When you go into indignation, it's the righteous man. It's the way the Most High is going to be feeling towards you. You know, that's Orgay, Strong's G, 3709, Orgay, and the Most High anger, natural disposition, his temper and his character against you is going to be tremendous to destroy you. You know, movement or agitation of the soul, impulse, desire, any violent emotion, but especially anger, you know, that the Most High is going to have against you. You know, I can end it right there on that. You know, anger exhibited in punishment, thence used for punishment itself. Of punishments inflicted by magistrates. Who's the ultimate magistrate? The Most High. You know, the one who ain't called God. His name is Yahweh, and his son Yahushua. And when Yahweh when Yahweh finally allowed Yahushua and the angels to return back, he's getting up the hopeful like in one turn, and it's going to do away with a whole lot of you people. You know, it is what it is. This is Revelation 16 and M1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your way, pour out the veils of the wrath of Yahweh upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his veil upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. And let's see what fell upon them. There fell a noisome and grievous sore. Let's see what these things are. And this is what you're going to win. You know, if you take it, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahshai is going to fuck you up. You know, serious business. You can't take this thing. Especially if you love the God of this Bible. If you believe in him, you get advance warning what not to do. Not to take this thing. But if you take it, hey, that's your ass. That's on you, dude. But, you know, I'm trying to, clean my hand, get the blood off my hands, so hey, your sins don't fall upon me. You know, this is Strong G 2556 Kakas. The pain is going to be of a bad nature. The pain is going to be not such as it ought to be. It's going to be a mode of feeling, acting, and thinking. It's going to be based wrong, wicked, you take it. It's going to be troublesome, injurious, pernicious, and destructive and baneful. It could potentially end your life if you take it. When the wrath of the Most High open up that veil and that wrath, and you get that noisome and you get that noisome and grievous sore. Me, myself, I don't want no smoke with the Most High. You know, that's just why I go out there in the highways and do this work. But, hey, a lot of you jakes not afraid. So, hey, you're going to get this. noisome and grievous sore. And this is what the grievous means in the Greek. It's paneros, and the pain gonna be full of labors, annoyances, hardship, based on harassed by labors, bringing toils, annoyances, and perils of the time full of peril to the Christian faith and steadfastness, causing pain and trouble and kind. And the pain is going to be bad of a bad nature or a condition, you know. In the physical sense, disease or blind. And in the ethical sense, it's going to be evil, wicked, bad. If you receive this thing, you receive advance warning what not to do, and you still took it, that's on you, you know. It's on you because hey, when it hits you, hey, it's gonna be full of toys, annoyances, and perils. Causing pain and trouble. I don't want this thing, but hey, a lot of you want it. Have at it. You know. But hey, the few that will not accept it, hey, don't accept it. And hope that and put your hope, faith, and trust and fear in Yahweh Shem Yahshai and hope for His mercy. You know, that's it, man. I got one more scripture. No, that's it. This video is going too long enough. So I pray this video is edifying to the hopeful elect. And with that said, Shalom.